Hello, everyone. Welcome to another Movie Money Mashup. I am so pumped today because we are talking about one of my most favorite movies ever. Last time we did Twilight. It was interesting. Not one of my most favorite movies ever. I may have been caught not watching it completely. But today, we're talking about Toy Story. Came out in 1995. What were you doing in 1995? Well, while I'm waiting for Laura, I'm going to share just a quick synopsis. If there's anybody in the world who hasn't seen this movie, and if you haven't, go watch it and then come and see this again once it hits YouTube, because you just got to watch it. All right. So, when young Andy isn't around, his toys come to life. Woody, a cowboy doll, and Andy's favorite, feels threatened when Buzz Lightyear, a flashy new Space Ranger action figure, arrives. Their rivalry leads them on an unexpected adventure where they must learn to work together to find their way back home before Andy moves to a new home. It's fantastic. I love it. Let's see, who do we have watching? I can see... Everybody say hi who's watching, because I can see two people are watching, but I can't see them. Oh, there we go. Mom's watching. But yeah, this is one of my most favorite movies ever. It is a blast. Oh, here comes Laura. And it is tons of fun. I have so many memories growing up, watching this during summer, watching this with my cousins, getting out of the pool when I was a kid. It's just awesome. Oh my gosh. Is that Laura?
I'm trying to see if it'll let me do it this way. Am I sideways for you?
What? Yeah, you look sideways, yeah. But it's cool.
That's not gonna work. I was thinking if we went sideways that it would not make our faces so big.
It's funny, that's exactly what I was trying before I got on. But I tested it before. But I mean, we look okay right now.
I tried. It's fine. We're good right now.
Yeah. Here, you back up.
This is as far back as I can go.
That's as far back as you can go? Okay.
I'd have to move the chair. It's a whole thing. Anyway, nobody cares. I tried a thing.
Well, I did the synopsis for those, I don't know, maybe one person who hasn't already seen the movie. And now you're here. I mean, I can't imagine anybody hasn't seen this movie. I can't imagine it, Lauren.
My 5-month-old has seen this movie. So I don't... You haven't seen it, that's on you.
You know, even though I just saw you 2 weeks ago, it feels like I haven't seen you in a while. And I don't know why that is.
Something about the in-person and then the not in-person, I think.
Yeah, could be. And then it was just a different rhythm last time. So, yeah. All right. Well, are you ready to talk about this?
Yes. I want to point out that I had planned on Thursday night is movie night in our house now, where Thursday night either I always watch something with the kids, but if it's something I can't watch with the kids, we let them go to bed, and then my husband and I stay up and watch something.
Yeah, such as Tombstone.
Although my kids did watch part of Tombstone, and they were like, "Are people going to die in this?" And I was like, "Yes." And they're like, "We're going to go to bed." And I was like, "Okay." They spontaneously decided they were going to watch Toy Story this week. They didn't even know this was our plan. This is a spontaneous watch in our house where the kids are like, you know what, we should watch Toy Story. I haven't seen that in a while. I want to watch this. Is one of the cinematic masterpieces of our time. And yes, it happens to be animated, but the story is perfect.
Yeah, and it's perfect for a ton of money lessons too. Can I start with the first one? Because I'm going to steal it from you because I know you probably haven't written.
Okay.
Woody's jealousy of Buzz Lightyear is totally keeping up with the Joneses. Yeah. That was too easy. That was like the sprinkle on top of easiness right there.
Well, my first one was that comparison breeds discontentment. So samesies.
Yeah. Samesies. But Woody goes through. He was Andy's toy. He was his best friend, and then all of a sudden, this crazy guy comes who's all super cool with his box. Do you remember? I wrote it down, but then I lost my paper. What exactly does Buzz call tape? What's his science? That's his Space Ranger name for tape? Because I just always thought that was super funny. And when I was little, I would ask my parents, "Can I have that?" At something bonding strip. Right? It was something bonding strip.
Yes, the unidirectional bonding strip.
Yes, there we go. Can I have a unidirectional bonding strip, please? But and comparison, discontent, and all that. We all have that. We all deal with it from time to time. I know that when you saw me in person, you were like, man, I want that shirt that David is wearing because it's so cool.
Yeah, I mean, not for me, but for people in my life, yes, I do.
They have girl versions, you know.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's really cool. Go check out.
Because I want it.
But so give me an example then in your own life. Have you been jealous of somebody or discontent at one point? Let's get real. So
this whole week, wonder how much of this I can say without getting in trouble. Well, my husband's not going to, well, he will listen to the podcast. Right? That would be vague. A person I know, and I know very well, has been very discontent with our current domicile.
Oh.
Things have been piling up. I've got a big mess behind me where I've been trying to move the kids over from one size of clothes to another. I've been trying to go back to regular people clothes, post-maternity clothes. So there's been clutter. And so he started comparing our home to all of our friends' house. Well, at so-and-so's house, they have this. At so-and-so's, I was like, I'm quite content with where we're at right now. And it makes me a little sad that you're not, because like nothing's going to change for another year. So we're going to have to fix it. So yes, the answer to that question, without getting too in the weeds on things that I'm still working through, is that comparing the houses, everything was fine until we started comparing to everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it's hard, you know, and it's funny. One thing that my wife and I, that we have worked through, you know, whoever you were talking about, but what we have worked through is when we're comparing, you know, like where our parents were at our age, where some people, our friends are at our age. It's like, oh, my wife always has wanted more plants. That's her big thing. She wants more garden. And that seems to be the one thing she always brings up, like, oh.
She and my mother should be friends.
Yeah. She always, you know, when we're going by other people's houses, that's the one thing she points out. Oh, I could use that. I would really like that. And so, yeah. And it can be challenging because it gets folks, and I'm sure we both have had clients like this, to purchase things that they can't actually afford because someone or something or somewhere has it.
Well, I'm hoping that we can use this discontentment as an excuse to make more, because what you were just saying is, you know, I need to purchase more because I don't have, that's a scarcity mindset. Whereas I have an abundance mindset where I'm like, oh, we can always go get more, right? The only thing you can't get more of is time. They're not making more of that, right? Like God's not making more dirt, and we don't get any more time than what we get. And so part of that is also shifting back to Buzz and Woody. Woody gets very worried that there's not going to be enough love to go around, that he and Buzz won't get the same amount of attention. Yeah.
And for a while, that's kind of true.
It is. It is. But it doesn't stay that way. I'm curious, David, did you have a special toy growing up that was like your buddy?
Oh, darn. We should have done that, because
if I thought about it, I know exactly where mine is, and I could get up and go get it, but I'm not going to.
I know. I can get up and go get mine too. I know exactly where mine is. Okay. Well, mine is a bear.
Okay.
And his name is Bear.
Whoa.
And I actually have pictures of me as a newborn with Bear. And he now is hanging out with my 6-year-old in his bed. And he's still with me. His butt has been sewn up a couple times, and he's still rocking it.
Yeah. I have a lamb that doesn't have any back feet, which is the story for another day. And it has a rattle inside, and it is completely threadbare. Completely threadbare. So my children are not allowed to play with it, because one of them will do something and it will rip apart, and I will never be able to put it back together because it has been sewn up as many times as we possibly can. It is the only thing that has gotten me through all of my struggles. And sometimes put him down, and I didn't play with him because I played with other things, but I always came back to him. He was always my Woody.
Yeah. So everyone who's watching, make sure you go and follow Laura and I on our social media. And will you commit? I'll go and put a picture.
Oh, yeah.
Of the bear.
I love him. He's just put away where the children can't touch him. My husband's happy that he's not on our bed.
I know. I have another one on our bed. But you put a picture of yours and I'll put a picture of mine. So everybody who's watching, take a look. We'll put a picture up for you. All right. So I want to get practical because I do think this is, even though it's easy, it is hard. So how do you maintain contentment?
Um,
And I'll answer too.
Probably a lot of prayer and a lot of gratitude. I do a lot of gratitude. So one of the things with my children is every time they go to pray, they have to say thank you before they can ask for anything.
Yeah.
If they want to ask for another thing, they have to say thank you for something else first. So that's kind of it. It's not so much of this is how you're supposed to pray, but it's more of I'm trying to breed contentment inside of them.
Yeah, I do the same thing.
And in trying to get them to pray that way, that is helping me. So I try anytime I'm feeling discontent to find things to be grateful for first. Like I'm really upset about my to-do list not getting done, but I'm like, here are the other things I did that weren't on my to-do list, right? And those are ways for me to, and I think for anybody, if you can sit, you can't be grateful and anxious at the same time. And if you're sitting here and you're sitting in your gratitude, and you're truly sitting in the gratitude, it's impossible for you to be like, but I don't have. Doesn't matter because I'm grateful for what I do have.
Yeah. Yeah. And depending on the situation, I'll be grateful for something recent, but sometimes I literally do I look over, like I want to hang out with the ghost of Christmas past and let's go check out and look at all the times that my butt has been saved from dumb things that I've done. And thank you God for that, because my life could be very different in some of those situations than it is right now. And I'm so thankful.
100%.
Yeah. All right. So what's next?
Teamwork will multiply your impact.
Oh, I love it.
Okay, so Buddy and Woozy. Woody and Buzz. I don't even know what
Bunny and Woozy. I'm going to remember this and hold this against you forever.
When they work together, stuff happens. When they are strapped to the rocket at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
They're in a situation where one of them could have walked away and been fine.
Yep.
Right? Woody could have just been like, see you later, pal. But he didn't. And so all of the toys banded together to work together. But then Buddy, I'm going to do it again. Woody and Buzz had to work together again, but now happier, right? To make it onto the truck. And thankfully, our team came to save the day a little bit. That means, to me, how I'm going to apply this lesson to everybody else listening. If you have a partner, you have to work together. Otherwise, the two of you are working next to each other. You're doing double the work for less traction.
Yeah. And then, as we saw in the movie, when they weren't working together, they're falling out of trucks. They're getting lost in Pizza Planet. All these terrible things are happening to them.
Well, when you're working against each other, and they were, because they had different end goals, which I didn't write this down, but y'all, if you're married, you need a common end goal, right? We need a common vision of what our life is going to look like.
And is there room for more than one person's dream in a partnership?
Absolutely. But Buzz wanted to go to outer space, and Woody's like, hey, bud, we live here in the real world. We don't go to space. You're not actually a space ranger. I wish that you were, but you're not, so you have to stay here. But because the two of them had differing goals, they weren't able to make the progress they need. If they needed to just go back to Andy, they fell out of the window. They could have just gone to the front door.
Yeah.
But we weren't thinking
or
about that.
Did Woody try to kill Buzz? I think he did.
I think he wanted him to fall into the crack and get lost behind the desk. I think he just wanted him to be forgotten, not died.
Yeah, that's true. And actually that comes to my mom's favorite part of the movie that I'm going to torture her with right now since she's watching, is when Woody says, okay, Mr. Lightyear, you do it. She was so mad that there was a mention of light beer in a Disney movie when I was a little kid. She almost didn't want me to watch it because Woody says that line.
Well, don't have her watch Turning Red, okay? Did your mom go by Judy or Judith?
Judy. with an I, not a Y.
My mom is Bobby with an E, not a Y. So look at our moms and their fancy spellings. I love it.
Yeah, I'm amazing she hasn't written something yet because I knew I had to.
Oh, I saw her pop up at one point, but I didn't see anything if she said anything recently about the light beer.
So Woozy and Bud, they had. So I have another one. Don't let fear rule you.
Oh.
Because it can make you freeze and then not make a decision. And so when Woody and Buzz are in Sid's house, the room of doom, they get stuck there for a minute, of course, because Buzz is having his identity crisis.
Right.
And he's not sure what to do. But, you know, what I was thinking when
your mom was okay with the cross-dressing? He was dressed up like a lady at one point. It was the beer that got her upset. Okay.
Hey, don't remind her of these things, Laura. What are you doing? But when I was seeing that part, and I was thinking, you know, kind of an add-on to that teamwork piece, is that there's scary stuff out there. We have, there is an equivalent to us in our daily lives. And of course, everybody has their own different fears that I think can be battled with a gratitude and a good mindset, an abundance mindset. But we all have our dolls with their heads on mechanical things coming towards us. And so I'll tell you, one fear of mine that I brought into my marriage is that I was just scared of being poor at all. I was scared of going backwards at all. I was scared. And so I did crazy things. Oh, my mom said, I forgot, Laura. But I did crazy things in my first year of marriage, trying to budget for the first time with my wife, where we would make a budget and then I would treat it as if it's a sculpture. And like 1 minute later, Kelly would be like, oh, I forgot to add this to the budget. And I would say, nope, the budget's done. It's over. I totally did that. I did that because I was so afraid of things going wrong, of us being poor, of things going right. And so we all have our thing, you know. What would you say is a big fear for you? We're getting deep here.
I'm always worried that we're going to run out of money. Yeah. That is, it just kind of is where I'm at. That is not a rational fear. Another irrational fear I have is birds, but that's not what we're talking about today.
Oh, birds. Okay. Thank you for sharing that.
It freaked me out. But one thing I have learned because I grew up in scarcity. That is, my natural bent is towards scarcity. So I have to actively work towards abundance.
Yeah, me too.
Another thing that I have learned about myself, though, is if I don't have the money, I have to get creative. And that brings me back to the movie. These toys, they do a lot. They go a lot of places. They do a lot of things, and they don't spend any money because they don't have any. They get creative. They make stuff happen. And sometimes I think that we need a little bit more of that type of ingenuity in our lives. And so I wanted to call that out. Because I want to not talk about birds anymore.
Tweet. I actually, side note really quick just for fun. We bought my in-laws a bird feeder that has a video camera on it, and they've been sending us camera footage of birds eating. I'll send one to you.
They're fine if they're on the other side of the camera. They can't hurt me.
But yeah, that is amazing. And when we got a little baby.
We're gonna move. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Okay, no worries.
Thought we were good.
But yeah, absolutely. And some of the best things that have come out in life, and first of all, I'm thinking movie wise. Some of the best things that have ever been made is because they didn't have all the money in the world or all the technology in the world. And it's kind of interesting when folks have to get creative, and I'm just thinking art, but I think this is true in real life, that it comes out better somehow. You know, I still think the original T-Rex from Jurassic Park looked better than some of the newer ones, because back then they had to do it part practical and part CGI.
Yep.
They couldn't rely on, oh, we just have a ton of money and stuff. They had to figure it out. And that's true in our own lives too.
Or Jaws, there was a mechanical shark named Bruce.
Yeah.
Which is why the shark is named Bruce in Finding Nemo, in case anybody didn't know. And
oh, you have to save that for when we do Nemo.
We'll get there. And the shark didn't work.
Yeah.
The practical shark didn't work. So they said, okay, I know what we'll do. We'll just use the fin. Well, not seeing the shark in the water, but just seeing the fin was terrifying.
Yeah.
That was more scary than if you would ever see the shark. That's why a lot of paranormal movies work so well, which I'm not doing those. Yeah, hard pass. So for me, I'm looking at these things and I'm going, sometimes being creative gets you a better result.
Yeah.
Than if you just throw money at things.
Yeah. And so we'll get practical in money wise when, you know, some of the best times that I see, you know, my clients really getting stuff done, and I myself, is when, okay, we want to save up for this, we want to do that. Okay, what are we going to do to get there? Because so many folks, they jump to, we just have to, you know, cut everything and be depressed and stare at the wall. You could be part of that, you know, or we got to kill ourselves and make a bunch of money. Yeah, that's part of it. But also we can do both and.
Right.
You know, I'm always taught to do everything you can to get moving. You know, let's see, what can we do on the side? What can we throw an hour or two on the weekend? Plus cut some, plus make more. Right. But the thing, what's cool about all that is when you do that, guess what you have to have? You have to have teamwork, because you have to have boundaries and schedules figured out with your partner.
Absolutely.
And by the end of it, I mean, my wife and I, took us 3.5 years to get out of debt, and to actually accomplish the mission and keep it that way, we had to get better together.
Yep.
And so it's cool.
All the time I talk about it's slaying the dragon. You have to slay the dragon. And in order to do that, you have to work together. Because if you're working against each other, then you're fighting each other and the dragon. The dragon's going to win. That's just the nature of the beast. So if you can fight together instead of fight each other, I think that's when you're going to win.
Yeah. And it's refining. It's refining fire. You know, it's making sculptures out of us. I love it. Remind me, how long have you been married?
This is our 10-year. We'll celebrate 10 years in October.
Okay, awesome. We're gonna be hitting 11 years this next month. So we've seen a couple things, folks. Now my mom, she's like 30 something around with her and my dad. Ooh. Yeah, they're crazy. So
that's amazing. Congratulations, Judy. That doesn't
I write it out in the comment, Mom, because theirs was in June. I had one more. Did you have any more?
It's over there. Over there. All my notes are over there. So no.
Well, good. Well, we're doing great on time. I have one more, and I'm sure it'll make you think of something. Don't put your hope in stuff.
Hey, that's a good one.
And Buzz, you know, this is kind of, he put his hope in his identity, and it blew up.
Yeah.
And so, you know, and that could be, and this could be hit on many things: money, career, you know, anything that we're putting too much of our identity and our hope in. Don't do it, because things can shift, things can change. Oh, it's 42
years.
Yeah.
Dang, that's amazing.
Wow, I didn't realize it was that high. But
well, how old are you? You're 37.
Maybe.
So
yeah,
more than that.
Yeah, and my sister's a few years older than me, so there you go.
There you go.
Makes sense. But yeah, not putting our hope in stuff. And that goes with what we're talking about with our mindset, with our scarcity, with our abundance, anything that we, you know, all we can do is make the next best decision and build that positive momentum. And then have our partner, where Woody comes in and tells him, hey, you're not a space ranger. I'm trying to do but you are a cool toy. You are Andy's toy. I always love how we emphasize toy.
It was funny when you were saying that. The thing that I thought of was, we can't put our hope in stuff. But you know what Woody was always hopeful of and always had his always has his mind on. And this is very interesting, and you can say I'm pushing a little bit here. But Andy was Woody's higher power. Okay, Andy was the thing that Woody always had hope in, always knew that no matter what, was his person, was his thing. And to not extrapolate, I was told at a very young age to not extrapolate, look for God in every movie that I watched, which is probably a good thing. But if you want to, you can look at it that way, where if we put our hope in the right thing, Woody puts his hope in Andy. If we put our hope in God, we can get to the end result that we are meant to get to. What Woody wanted in the beginning was to be the only toy, and that wasn't what was best for him. Sometimes what we want and what we look for is not what's best for us. But putting our hope in someone who actually has the ability to give us what we need, not just what we want, I think that's something to look forward to. So if you're looking for, I guess today we're doing money messages and faith messages. And I'm sorry, this baby is kicking my arm. She does not want me paying attention to anybody except for her. It's fine. She's cute. It's great. But we're doing money lessons and faith lessons today, apparently. So
it's amazing how things intertwine. Can we get a shot of the wee babe at all? Oh, hello. There we go. We just got like 10 more followers just because.
I know. She's the cutest.
She's the cutest. All right. So, any last thoughts?
I think I'm going to reiterate what I said in the beginning. This is the perfect movie. It's the perfect movie. It is a family-friendly movie. Everybody should watch it. If you haven't watched it recently, go watch it again. If you've never watched it the first time, we need to talk because your choice of movies is obviously lacking. We've done some of the best movies ever.
And we have a lot more to go.
Oh, we've got all of them more to go. I'm very excited. But we need people, if you guys don't want to give us suggestions, you don't have to. We got this.
We have a never-ending compendium.
Absolutely. But if you want to give us a movie that you think we could find a money lesson from, or you think we can't find a money lesson from, we want to talk about it. Tell us what your favorite movie is. Tell us what you want to find some information about. And that is what we are going to focus on next time.
Beautiful.
I'm so excited. I've got so many ideas, by the way.
It's never ending.
No.
All right, everybody, comment below. And then if you want to see older episodes, if this is your first time catching us, I'm so happy that you're here. But you can check my YouTube channel, Coach David Gibbs. And then what's funny? I can never remember the name of your podcast. I don't know why. I don't remember it.
It's not hard. It's Money and Career Mastery.
Money and Career Mastery. Look how lovely that sounds.
Master your money and your career.
So go ahead and take a look at that on where podcasts are, and you'll hear Laura, and then you can hear some of our past episodes on there as well. All right, everybody, and then be on the lookout. I think I'm going to go get a picture of my little toys right now, and I'll put.
I'm going to do too. Yes, absolutely.
And what's your Instagram handle for folks to see that?
Instagram at Accelerate Your Legacy.
Boom. And mine is Coach David 87. So take a look at that. We will see you next time, and have a wonderful day.
All right. Oh, she's saying bye. Bye, everybody.
Bye.